meeting this evening.
Roll call for the City Council meeting Wednesday, March 18th, 2020 at 7:30 p.m. Ms. Allen is absent.
Oh, she's going to call in though.
Okay. Mr. Brennan, Ms. Brzezinski, Mr. Keys, Ms. Shaw, Mel is absent, Mr. Winarski.
Oh, she said the line is ringing busy.
Please rise for a moment of silent meditation and Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's on the phone.
Approval of minutes for the City Council meeting of Wednesday, March 4th, 2020, and bills for payment on March 13th and 20th, 2020. Mr. Brennan, Mr. Brzezinski, Mr. Keys, Ms. Shaw, Mr. Winarski.
Hello? I'll have her try now.
Her.
Can you call again? Okay. She's going to call again. It was ringing busy for her.
Okay, we'll take a pause then. Because the chambers is closed, we won't have citizens to be heard, but I just want to make a note that I had received some email concerns from the citizens. Those have been forwarded to City Council and will be recorded in our minutes.
Thank you.
Hello? Hi. This is my phone. Okay. Should I just put it on speakerphone? Sure. I'll put my phone on speakerphone. Can you hear me, Liz? Hello?
I'm here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, we'll move right into ordinances for final passage. Council File 16-152, official ordinance number 8/2020, an ordinance appropriating the sum of $14,248.03 from appropriated and anticipated revenue from the PEMA for firefighting, training, and rescue equipment. By Mrs. Schaaf and seconded by Mr. Brennan, the Council File Ordinance Bill number 16-152, and now known as Official File Ordinance number 8/2020, be finally passed by the City Council. Ms. Allen, Mr. Brennan, Mr. Brzezinski, Mr. Keys, Mrs. Schaaf, Mr. Winarski. City Council passed Official File Ordinance number 8/2020 finally by a 6 nay 0. Ordinances for first reading. Council File number 16-153, an ordinance appropriating the sum of $50,000 from unappropriated and anticipated revenue for the expenditure thereof, a contribution for the improvement of the police central operations area. By Mrs. Shaw, second by Mr. Brennan, the Council File Ordinance number 16-153, having been read, is hereby adopted on first reading by the City Council. Ms. Allen, Mr. Brennan, Mr. Brzezinski, Mr. Keys, Mrs. Schaaf, Mr. Winarski. City Council read and adopt Council File Ordinance 16-153 by a 6 nay 0 on first reading. Council File 16-154, an ordinance appropriating the sum of $10,000 from unappropriated and unanticipated revenue for the expenditure thereof. Contribution is from the Erie Community Foundation Helping Today grant. by Mr. Winarski, second by Mr. Brzezinski. The council file ordinance number 16154, having been read, is hereby adopted on first reading by the city council. Ms. Allen, Mr. Brennan, Mr. Brzezinski, Mr. Keys, Mrs. Schaaf, Mr. Winarski. City council read and adopt council file ordinance number 16154 by yeas 6, nays 0 on first reading.
Mr. President, move the bills.
We have a second.
Oh,
Any separations, council?
All right then, moving the balance of the agenda. Ms. Allen, Mr. Brennan, Mr. Brzezinski, Mr. Keys, Ms. Schaaf, Mr. Winarski. And that takes us to the end of the meeting, Mr. President.
Just so everybody knows, we were passing on committee reports this evening, and we just had to get some of the business at hand taken care of so bills could be paid, contracts could be signed, and some new police officers could be hired. With that, though, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight, my colleagues, and we got our work cut out for us in the weeks and months to come, and appreciate everybody's input and help in getting through this. Thank you. Should close us.
Good night.
City council adjourns at 7:40.
By the way, Rose's birthday's Friday, but that's
No,
not a committee
tomorrow.
report. Huh?
Tomorrow.
It says
Tomorrow.
Friday on my little reminder
No, it's
here.